Again to part 2 of how to draw the Incredible Hulk. So what I have right here is issue number 348. It came out in the late 80s, and it shows the Gray Hulk going head to head with the Absorbing Man, and of which this drawing is inspired. Okay, and so I'll go show that issue to you once again. It's a popular issue. It's my favorite one. Second to that would be issue number 326 or 327 when the Gray Hulk was going toe-to-toe with the Rick Jones Hulk. Both issues are fantastic. All right, so we broke off where the arms were. So what I'll do is etch in the muscle arms, the muscles to each arm, starting with his left arm, his right arm actually. Okay. Get rid of these guidelines, we don't need those. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and etch in the bicep, okay? And the method I'm employing is called the circle method, Okay. That goes like right here, starts up here. Go ahead and make this shoulder muscle more natural looking. Have that blend in with this guideline. Okay. This obviously, let's go ahead and draw this muscle up here, reaching the breastbone. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and etch in the brachialis muscle, which is that third muscle of the upper arm. There it is right here. And that kind of extends all the way down to the forearm, becoming the brachioradialis muscle, if my memory is not mistaken. And then, of course, you have the tricep. Okay, the tricep. There we go. We'll go ahead and etch in the elbow. Here's a big one. It's jutting out. Here we go. All right. Make that more profound. We're going to go ahead and make this arm more inward. Have it gravitate toward the torso a little bit more. Okay. We'll just have a giant fist right here. Okay. We'll go ahead and etch in the forearm. That thing. We'll have a good one like that because there we go. Okay. And on the his outer arm, his outer forearm is a little higher. The muscle is a little higher, and it seeps down toward where the fist is. Okay. And that brachioradialis muscle, we'll go ahead and bring that down here. Kind of snakes around there. This also comes down right down there as well. Okay, we're not going to I'm not going to place too much emphasis on these muscles, especially the abdominal muscles, the arm muscles, because all of it's going to get erased. And what I have in mind, is drawing this Hulk wearing a trench coat, a large trench coat, hat, and circular shades, because he works for the mafia, so to speak. And so I kind of want to keep that persona alive in this drawing. He's basically a casino enforcer. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and focus on the other arm. And as we can see, it's positioned a little bit differently from the right arm. That's because he's holding the Absorbing Man. Okay. Let's go ahead and make this deltoid muscle, which is the shoulder muscle, a little bit more profound. Erase these guidelines. There we go. Okay, we're going to etch in this muscle, bicep. Okay. Brachialis muscle right here. And of course the tricep is down here. Erase all this. Sorry about that. all this will be covered up anyways. So we're not going to worry about mistakes or what has to be erased or whatnot. It's all going to be erased in future segments. Okay, I'll go ahead and make that elbow joint. Let's go down right here. Make that forearm really thick. Okay, there we go. And we'll do some foreshortening here because he's holding that guy up with like a bent wrist, that kind of situation. All right. So it's going to be like a optical illusion, so to speak. We'll draw that. What will become the fist over here will be big, really big. Okay. That's for later on. Now we're going to go ahead and focus on the leg muscles. And one thing you have to bear in mind is that when you're drawing the leg muscles, always draw the legs thicker than the arms of the Hulk. A lot of Hulk artists make their mistake in that realm. They'll draw the legs a lot thinner than the arms, and they'll draw the legs a lot shorter than the arms. Bad mistake. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and draw in the leg muscles. Hopefully you can see this. Let me see. I want you to see this. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and begin with the hip right here. And he's noted to have large legs. Okay, we're going to place that knee joint right here. Let me go ahead and clean that up a little bit so you can see it. So the knee joint is right here. I'm going to go ahead and have this leg really stick out because we want this thing to, this is the Hulk we're talking about here. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're going to go ahead and, now that we've finished the upper portion of his leg, let's go ahead and focus on his lower portion. Just come down here like that. And one thing about the Hulk, and it was one of the first features I noticed about him, is that his calf muscles are really large in there. And in anatomy, they're called the gastrocnemius muscles, okay? I could just, for a beginner artist, I recommend you doing this. Okay, just draw the circle. Perform the circle method. Okay, do that. Okay. Okay, see that? But we're not going to go with this. Okay, this is just basically a guideline to help you along in drawing this Hulk, your Hulk figure accordingly. Okay, so what we're going to do is we got these circles here. We're going to sculpt them. Okay, into a shape that is commensurate with the Hulk character. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Go out a little bit more. Kind of like that. Okay, erase these guidelines. Okay. Okay, I'll make this. All right, that happens. Those mechanical pencils are unreliable sometimes. They give me fits. Okay, luckily I have a spare. Okay. I'm going to make this a little straighter. And he's noted to have large feet, and that's exactly what we'll provide him with. We're not going to really emphasize, I'll draw out the toes and all that stuff, but those will be erased as we'll be drawing him in a giant suit, trench coat and everything, shoes, whatnot. Okay, so his foot will just be an outline. I'll etch in the toes anyways, just in case you're a learning student. Don't want you to see it, but just give you a caution, I'm gonna have to erase them. So I'm gonna go ahead and concentrate on the other leg. Let's go ahead and etch in this upper muscle. Here we go. I think that knee joint is approximately in this area. Okay, he should have a big one. All right. I'll go ahead and focus on the feet. There we go. Make these upper leg muscles bigger. There we go. Now he's looking tougher. Compare him to how he looked from the very beginning. All right. There we go. Okie dokie. Have that line going right around here. Sorry about this. Okie dokie. I'll make this bigger. All right. So, look what we have so far of the Incredible Hulk. Okay, we got the figure and the stance, and the proper stance of where he's holding his defeated opponent, who's yet to be drawn. And he looks very threatening. He looks imposing. Okay, and that's exactly the way the Hulk should always look. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and focus on etching in. Etching in his face. And like anything else, there's a concept to it. Make these trapezius muscles a little higher. Okay, great. Then we're going to go ahead and draw like a circle type of situation going on here. Usually that's what you do in the beginning, but my method is unorthodox, as you can see.